Affairs. Tricia McLaughlin, good morning to you, Tricia. So 900,000 people call Charlotte home. It's one of the most diverse cities in America, 150,000 foreign-born residents, according to local officials. It's about 17% of the city. But the difference is, it's different whether you're here legally or legally, and that's the difference, right?
Amen, Mark. Exactly. That's right. Charlotte's a beautiful city, but in this case, its leadership has absolutely failed it. We know that there is more than 1,400 criminal illegal aliens who are in their jails, and they refuse to turn over those individuals to ICE law enforcement, which really, that means a revolving door of justice, and these criminal illegal aliens will go back onto Charlotte's streets to re-perpetuate their crimes. We're talking about serial child pedophiles, murderers, rapists, gang members, people who pose real public security threats to the American people. And so, of course, we are surging resources there, and we won't stop until Charlotte is safer.
And Tricia, we were seeing footage of crowds surrounding federal agents during arrests or searches for illegal aliens, and they hand out whistles for people to use to alert illegals that agents are nearby. How is DHS responding to these individuals who are essentially obstructing justice and getting in the way of these federal operations?
Well, if you are obstructing justice or you are putting hands on law enforcement, you can expect to be arrested and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. But we saw this out of New York. We saw this out of Chicago. We saw this out of Los Angeles. And yet we made more than 5,000 arrests so far in Chicago, about 7,000 out of Los Angeles. And we're going to keep going in those sanctuary cities. So as much as these activists and sanctuary city politicians want to try to slow us down, want to try to obstruct our efforts, we have the mandate of the American people. We are enforcing the rule of law that's on the books in Congress, and we will continue to enforce the law and make America's streets safer.
Yeah, Tricia, I'd like to shift gears now to Operation Dirtbag. Such a great name, by the way. So over the weekend, DHS announced the arrest of more than 150 sex offenders during a major enforcement operation down in Florida with the help of Governor DeSantis. And you compare that to Chicago, where Pritzker applauds the fact that Border Patrol agents are reassigned to other major cities, even called the president demented last week for targeting Chicago. I mean, how do you not see that this works when you work with the federal government? It takes dangerous people off the streets.
Oh, exactly right. And viewers might be interested in knowing that actually Secretary Noem personally coined the name Operation Dirtbag. And that's exactly what these guys are. They're serial child pedophiles, sex offenders, rapists. And these are the individuals who every American, regardless of political persuasion, want off of America's streets. They are public safety threats to families, and we're going to continue to go. But what we have out of Florida with Governor DeSantis is this incredibly robust and strong 287G deputy relationship. And so our officers, they have real backup, and they're able to have surged resources with these state and local officials who really know their communities and know where to target these bad guys to get them off the streets. I think that's why we've had such immense success out of Florida, and we're going to really replicate that, make it a blueprint for across the country.
So you said the secretary came up with that name? Because I really wanted to ask if there was an office of people that sit around and come up with these cool names, but you kind of answered it for me.
In this case, it was Secretary Noem herself, but she's really good, not just on the operational piece of it, but she knows what will get people talking to.
All right.
I want to ask you, while we have you here, in just about a minute left, about President Trump's fight against drug traffickers hitting alleged drug boats, obviously in the seas. Is DHS coordinating with the Pentagon to kind of start narcotics trafficking? We know this has been a huge issue of drugs still crossing our borders.
It's such a great question. And to your point, fentanyl crossing at our borders is down 54%. And we really know that that's bottlenecked the cartels, and that's forced them to go to our maritime borders. About 80% of trafficking of fentanyl and other deadly drugs is happening via our maritime borders. So Secretary Hegseth, Secretary Noem have been working hand in glove, especially on the intelligence piece of this. Our U.S. Coast Guard has been phenomenal in the drug seizures. But I think what President Trump and Secretary Hegseth have done so phenomenally well is, 80% of that fentanyl trafficking is happening via our maritime borders. They're really now stuck because there's massive deterrence going on. And they know that if they try to traffic these deadly drugs into the American people's communities, there's going to be potentially deadly consequences.
Yeah, great.